one, but is it a little bit difficult to kind of look at your pictures from years ago? I don't know. It's like, oh my goodness. At least maybe it's for me because of my journey, and I realize and I remember the emotions attached to this entire journey. We're going to get into that. So first, let's start off with why did I lock my hair? So my hair is locked, as you can see. And it's natural. First off, I have been completely natural, and natural just means without any perm or relaxer in my hair. At least that's my definition. So I try not to use any like perms or lies or relaxers. That's it. I have been relaxer free for the past. Our son, he'll be almost 10 years. Almost 10 years, you guys, almost 10 years. And it was a result from watching the documentary Good Hair, I believe it was, by Chris Rock. And so, yeah, I just started my journey from there. And I really pretty much started this natural journey because I just got tired of the relaxers burning my scalp. And then once I really found out what was really behind and in the ingredients, I'm like, I don't want to put that on my head. And I know that my mother, she put it in my hair as a little girl, just to manage it a little bit better, because my sisters and I, we've always had a head full of hair, a lot of hair. And for you mothers out there who have daughters such as myself, they have a lot of hair. You do tend to try to find ways, or you want to find ways to make it a little bit more manageable. And so my mother, and I don't blame her whatsoever, put a perm in my hair. It was like a PCJ or something like that. I was probably 7 or 8 years old. And so, yeah, now I don't put any of that in my daughter's hair now that I know. My mother even told me, she said, Ty, when you know better, you do better. And I'm like, Mom, I hear you. And so, yeah, it takes me a little bit of time to do my daughter's hair. Maybe I'll bring a video to you guys in regards to their hair routine. But it's very important to me that I maintain their natural state of their hair. So why did I lock? A number of reasons, you guys. I was a young mother, and it was a lot of work taking care of my children, having to do their hair, even just having to just take care of them, get them ready, and just manage the day-to-day life. And then look after myself. I used to find that a lot of times, especially on Sunday, when it was time to go to church, I would never forget. Like, I would get everybody ready, and then I'm the last one getting ready. And usually I'm in the mirror taking forever to do my hair. I mean, forever. Like, so much so that I would come outside sometimes, and my husband, he would be in the car with the kiddos looking like, are you ready yet? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, my hair just didn't turn out right. So I got just tired of having the issues with having to make sure that I was doing something to my hair. Now, it took me a long time to actually make the decision to lock. Believe it or not, my husband probably, maybe 5 years prior to me actually locking my hair, I remember he brought it to my attention. He said, Ty, I think that you would look really, really nice if you lock your hair. And I'm like, what? No, thank you. Sorry, I don't want any of that. Because I love the versatility of my hair. For the most part, I will always wear my hair down. My hair length was always usually towards the middle of my back. So I loved wearing the blowouts and the wraps and things like that. And so to have something permanent like this in my mind, I'm like, no, I would probably never do that, because anytime that I would get braids in my hair, the braids wouldn't even last long in my hair because I got tired of them. Maybe 3 weeks, the longest, maybe a month, if I was to actually get professional braids in my hair, because I just got tired of that style and I wanted to feel my own hair. So I never knew that I was gonna actually lock my hair. But I locked my hair actually 4 years. Matter of fact, my lock anniversary will be October 2015. So it's not even 4 years yet. It's a little bit under 4 years, but almost 4 years from the time that I decided to lock my hair. And I actually started by just going to a hairstylist, and first, to kind of see if I would like my hair locked, I got what was called, I think it's called finger curls or comb curl coils or something like that. I don't know. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, but it's really where they kind of just take a comb and kind of like coil your hair. And so I got that done because I wanted to see, okay, Ty, would you even like the way that you look with it? And so I wore it like that for about a month, and I took it out. I washed my hair out, and I'm like, nah, I don't think this is for me. And I washed my hair out, and then I realized after I took that style out of my hair that I was like missing it. I'm like, doing my natural hair is like for the birds. Like, I was over it at that point. And so I said, I think that you're ready to actually get your hair locked. And so I made that decision. My sister actually was the one that found our hairstylist, and I went to him and he locked my hair. And I chose the interlock method. So anytime you see people with locks in their hair, it's usually either an interlock method or palm rolling. Palm rolling is like that, like you're rolling the hair. But for us, after doing a lot of research, we noticed that that can be a little harsh on your hair. Not for everybody, but it can be a little harsh on your hair because of the friction. And where the interlock method is where you take like a crochet hook and pretty much you're just kind of knotting the top of your hair, like the new growth of your hair. So as your hair grows out, you kind of like just take your hair like that and like make a little circle loop. I don't know if you guys can see that. And like bring the hair through. And so that's called interlock. And we chose that method because after doing a lot of research, we found that the interlock method tends to last a little longer. Like your hair won't unravel as much. And so I didn't want to have to deal with my hair unraveling and things like that. So we're like, let's do the interlocking method. That's what we did, you all. So to answer your first question, I am interlock. My particular method is interlock. And pardon me if you guys see me look down. I got some of your questions. I put this out on Instagram and I made myself a little list so I don't want to miss anything. So that's really why I locked. Now, how long did the process take when I locked my hair? So it was like a two-step process, and I have some photos as well. Again, you'll see it after at the end, towards the end of this video. But it was a two-step process. So when I went to the salon, I had to get my hair. What did he do? I think he actually coiled it first, almost like the comb coil, and then I had to go back like a month later and actually get it interlocked. I think that's what he did, if I'm not mistaken. It's been 4 years, but something like that. And really, he was just prepping my hair, making sure that the hair was ready to be locked. And yeah, that was it, you all. That was pretty much it. So that particular method for him to do my entire head probably took 2 to 3 hours. And the only reason why it probably took 2 to 3 hours was because he had to part my hair. You all, if you're thinking about locking your hair, the parts are so important. Like the parting of your hair, right? It's so important because if someone does not part your hair correctly and put it in the right grid, you can really like mess it up in a sense. You may not be happy as it tends to grow out. It may not lay correctly. And so he had to really take his time and put the correct parts in my hair, all over my hair. It was almost like a grid. And then he started the process. So that's probably why it took a little bit longer in the beginning, but it doesn't take as long now to actually go and just get the maintenance. I'm really done in and out in like an hour just to actually get the new growth maintenance. What did I have to overcome in doing this journey? The biggest thing that I had to overcome was really other people's opinion about myself. Because as you know, that's when you go from having a lot of hair, right, on your head, and you're wearing your hair usually down and things like that. And when you start the lock process, because it's natural hair and it's not straightened, it shrinks. And so that was tough, you all. Like that was probably my biggest struggle. Like that, the beginning phase, which was it probably took a good, how long did it take before I really kind of got comfortable? Maybe a year. So my first year, it was a struggle. Do you hear me? Like going from your hair hitting your shoulders to now your hair being like this long. Y'all, I was putting lipstick on, I was putting earrings on. It's no shame in my game. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay. I just didn't feel comfortable because it was something new. But at the same time, it was a journey. And I learned a lot through that time. I learned that, you're beautiful inside and out, and your hair doesn't make you beautiful, right? So I learned to really love me for who I was, my features, the shape of my nose, the shape of my eyes, my cheekbones, everything. I was able to see it as much now. I couldn't cover it up with my hair. And so, yeah, that was a journey. But my husband from day one has always said, you look beautiful. And so I had the praises from my husband and my children. That was another question. Someone said, how does your children love your hair? They love it. They're like, Mommy, you look so pretty, Mommy. Said, thank you. And sometimes the girls will tell me to do their hair like mine, so I'll put it in twists all over. And I'm not ready to lock their hair because I want them to make the decision. I don't want to really make that decision for them, although I think that they will look absolutely beautiful with this style. I just wanted them to make that decision when they got ready and probably got a little bit older to really make that sound decision. And so, yeah, that was my biggest struggle, was overcoming my thoughts about how I looked, because that transition period was rough. Like I felt like I looked like a boy at times. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not used to this short hair like that. And then there was other times where I was just really just grateful, like, you know what, I'm happy I went through this process. Again, because I was able to see the beautiful parts of me and not my hair. And I also had to overcome other people's opinions. I remember when I told both my mothers, my mother-in-law and my mother, that I was going to make this decision. I remember my mother going like, like, okay, you know, like, interesting. And now my mother is locked, you guys, and she looks gorgeous, and she like compliments us all the time, my sister and I. My mother-in-law, she was like, as soon as I told her, and I could still see her in my head, she was like, oh no, don't do that. You know, and her face kind of turned. I'm like, well, why? Like, why? She was like, I don't like the way that looks. Because she was used to seeing other people with their hair unkept, right? So sometimes when you see people and they have locks or things like that, or their hair, you know, like my hair, sometimes it's not kept. And so she thought that was going to be the image of me. And I'm like, well, no, my hair won't look like that. And now she loves my hair as well. She always compliments me on it, and her friends do too. And that brings me to another statement, you all. Please do not approach anyone and ask them or say the word dreads. Like, oh, I love your dreads. You know, nothing about my hair is dreadful. These are called locks. L-O-C-S, locks. They're not dreads. And I think for so many years, that's what we called them, was dreads. And I think the dread look tends to look a little bit unkept. But nothing about putting your hair on locks is dreadful. So just kind of change your verbiage on that a little bit. I've always wanted to share that. Is that your real hair? Yes, it is. And when you see my before photos, you're going to see like, oh yeah, this is her hair, because you're going to see that I started the process without any extensions. And I did that on purpose. Some people choose to put extensions in their hair. Nothing's wrong with that, right? But myself personally, I did not want that added tension on my real hair. Like, yes, I probably wouldn't have went through that phase, that ugly phase is what they call it, or the struggle phase. I probably wouldn't have went through that because I would have been used to having my hair probably this length. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to start the journey from scratch because I wanted to be able to look back and be like, wow, this is what 4 years got me. This is what 5 years got me, and so forth. And plus, I just didn't want the added tension on my personal hair. So is this my real hair? Yes, it is. Do you do your own retwist? No, I do not do my own hair. I wish that I could. I've watched numerous YouTube videos because there's a ton of videos here on YouTube to show you how to do your hair. You all, I just never really been really good with hair except doing my girl's hair, my daughter's hair. And plus, I didn't want to mess anything up. Like, I'm like, no, I didn't want to make the hole or the not too big on one area, too small in the other area. So no, I go and get my hair professionally done. And I also get my hair retwisted every 2 to 3 months. I usually tend to lean more towards the 3 months mark, only because, again, I don't want a lot of tension and stress on my hair, and I don't want a lot of hands in my hair all the time. So by month 3, it's time for me to get it retwisted for sure. My particular hairstylist, I was going to the same person for the past, actually 4 years. And he recently relocated about 2 years ago. He relocated out of state, and he's been coming back and forth to do clients' hair. And to be honest, I didn't really want to continue to be dependent upon someone that lived out of state, because there were many months where he didn't come and I was scrambling and things like that. So now I'm in the process of finding a real or another stylist for my hair. I tried with someone out last week, as a matter of fact. If you guys can see this, let me know if you like it. I think she did a great job. She's used to actually doing sister locks, and sister locks are where the hair is a little bit tinier than mine, almost like micro locks they look like. And so I tried her for the first time. I liked her, but with anybody new, you got to just get used to somebody new. You're always used to the same person in your head, especially for 4 years, and now I have someone new. So I guess I really just have to continue just to try out the process, and I may try some other stylists before I really find the right person, because it matters to me that I have someone that really takes really good care of the hair. Like, great health care is really important to me. Somebody that's yanking on the hair all the time and stuff like that, I'm not a big fan of that. If you don't want locks anymore, do you have to cut them all off? If I choose to one day say that I'm tired of this hairstyle and I want to go back to the way that I used to wear my hair, I would probably cut it off. I would not take my time to unravel it. Now, there are people that actually sit there and literally take their hair down, take them out of the lock. So can they be untwisted? Yes, they can. But because my hair is interlocked, I really have like knots, in a sense, going all throughout the strand. You know, every time I would go and get it retwisted. So yeah, I would have to really take my time to really pick it away and just unravel it. And there are some stylists that you can pay that will do it for you, but you're going to be paying some big bucks. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of dollars, because that's going to take extensive time for somebody to unravel your hair. So if I was to ever change my hair, I wouldn't do that. I would just cut it off. I would probably just cut it short, maybe up to the shoulders. And as the new growth grows out, keep cutting it up. And as the new growth grows out more, keep cutting. So the other questions that I received has to do a lot with the products that I use. So I'm going to get into that. Let's talk about that now. So what do I wash my hair? First off, how often do I wash my hair? So I go and get my hair retwisted at least every 2.5 to 3 months, right? I go to the stylist to get it done. And I like to wash my hair at least, I don't like to have at least 4 weeks go by without me washing it. Sometimes 3 weeks. And if I do anything sooner than that, like 2 weeks, it tends to dry out my hair. So I don't prefer to do a lot of washing all the time. And plus, when you keep doing this and you're washing your hair so much and washing the strands, it's going to like, not unravel, but get fuzzy and frizzy and things like that. So I have other ways to make sure that my hair is always clean. And the way that I make sure that it's usually always clean, I don't put a lot of products in it, you all. So I don't put the waxes and gels in my hair. Nope. All I put in my hair, as a matter of fact, when I go and get my hair done at the stylist, I bring my own products. And pardon me for showing you guys some of my bottles that may have a little hair products on them. I'm gonna try to put still photos in here as well too so you can see them. But I use aloe vera leaf juice jelly. This particular brand is called Farm Aloe. And y'all, I love it. I get it from the health food store. I love this. All the products that I'm gonna mention here, I'll make sure that I have links in the description box below for where you can find them as well. I love this stuff. I probably pay about, I usually get it on their sale days, so I probably pay about $7 or $8 for it, but you all, I love it. The consistency is truly like aloe vera. Let me see if I can take a little out. Aloe vera jelly. That's the best way I can describe it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I love this stuff, and it's natural. The ingredients in here is organic aloe vera leaf juice, carrageenan, citric acid, and vitamin E. That's it. So this does not weigh my hair down whatsoever. So I take this every time I go and get my hair done to my stylist. The stylist uses this in my hair with a little olive oil. I buy, is it unrefined olive oil or like unprocessed olive oil? So I try to buy the 100% pure organic olive oil, and they mix it with this, like in a little bowl. More of the jelly, a little less of the oil, and that's it. They kind of put it on my scalp and then get to locking it, get to stitching it. So that's it. And this stuff is really good. Like you can put it on your skin, your face, stuff like that. So if I can't put it on my body, I don't want to put it on my hair. That's really kind of my motto in a sense when it comes to my aloe vera gel. So that's what I put in my hair. When I wash my hair, you all, I've actually been using the Shea Moisture line. Am I a big fan of it? I used to be. I don't know if the product has changed any. I'm just not a really big fan of it anymore. But I'm gonna use it all up, and I wanna try something different. I've been eyeing the Cantu line, I believe someone told me about. I think they have like a TXR line or something like that. I don't know, don't quote me you all, but I've been eyeing their line. But this is what I wash my hair with. The shampoo is the coconut and hibiscus curl and shine shampoo with silk protein and neem oil. This stuff is fine. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to say it's bad. It's fine. It's been doing my hair great, actually, for the past 4 years. I think I'm just ready to change it up. You know how sometimes you just want to get something new? I think I'm just ready to get something new. But for you out there that are looking to lock your hair or whatever, this is a great product for natural hair. And this is what I use in my hair, so I don't get a lot of buildup whatsoever. And guess what? Another tip, I don't condition my hair. So before I actually locked my hair, it was always normal to, you wash your hair and then you put a conditioner in it. I've been locked for 4 years. I may have had my hair conditioned maybe 3 times out of the 4 years. And the reason being is because the conditioner has, it's almost like a cream base. So you don't want products to get stuck in between, you know, your hair strands, because you're gonna get buildup, you may get mildew, you may lose some of the shine in your hair. It's gonna be hard to really rinse it out and wash it out. So I don't put conditioner in my hair. I let the oils, the aloe vera gel, I let that condition my hair. So I just actually shampoo my hair. But I will show you guys what I do put on my hair after I shampoo it. Now, when I need a deep, deep clean, somebody asked another question. Do you do a deep cleanse, like an ACV rinse cleanse, and how often? No, in 4 years, I have not done an ACV cleanse. That's an apple cider vinegar cleanse. where some people actually do a apple cider vinegar. I think some people use a little Dawn dish detergent, and what else? That may be it. And they kind of let their hair soak. I do want to do one. Don't get me wrong. I do, and that's actually been the plan. Probably the next time I go and get my hair done, I will probably do one. But the reason why I have not done it is I use this by Shea Moisture, the Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthen and Restore Shampoo with shea butter, peppermint, and apple cider vinegar. So I do deep cleanse my hair, and I don't even use this a lot. I use this maybe when it's almost time for me to get my hair retwisted. So I don't even use this on a monthly basis. It may be like every 3 months where I use this product in my hair to really deep cleanse it. And the reason being is because I don't want to strip my hair and change the pH balance. A lot of people look at my hair and they're like, man, your hair looks really soft. And it is. Like if you were to walk up to me and touch it, it's not crunchy. It's very soft and it moves and flows really well. And it's probably because I clean it really well and I don't have a lot of buildup or a lot of waxy, heavy products in my hair whatsoever. So I do clean it with the apple cider vinegar product, but I don't do a rinse. Now, I recently got a new product. Can2 has a apple cider vinegar root rinse with tea tree oil. And you all, the ingredients look fabulous. Like they look very, very clean or not as synthetic. And it comes with like a little spout, and I'll put a picture where you can just put it on your scalp to clean the scalp. So I'm excited about that. So I do have that. That's a new product that I have, but I don't have enough information to let you all know how it's been going. So yeah, shampoos. I may condition my hair. Again, out of the 4 years, I probably have conditioned it 3 times. No exaggeration. You know why? Because I like to use, and pardon you all, my big jar. It's because it's 2 of us using this. My husband uses this as well. We put it on our bodies too. As moisturizer, but organic, cold pressed, extra virgin coconut oil. You all, oh my gosh. If you all put coconut oil in your hair, you don't need a lot, especially if you have locks, because you don't want buildup. I just simply put it on my hair like this. I rub it in my hands and I make sure that it's really thin, and I just take my strands like this and just gently do this to my hair. That's it. And I only do it like a one pass, right? And that's it. I don't even do it every day. I do it maybe every 2 weeks. Literally. I jump out of the shower, I'm putting on coconut oil in my body. I'm like, oh, let me just do my hair. And I'll do that because I don't want it weighed down a lot, but I do want it to be moisturized. So I definitely do it after I wash my hair, since I'm not using conditioner, as a way to kind of seal my hair and still moisturize it and condition it. So yeah, coconut oil is my best friend. Love that. So the hair color that I use in my hair, I use Shea Moisture. I love Shea Moisture's hair color. Although I'm pretty bummed that Target stopped selling it. At least the Targets around me have stopped selling it. So I have to order it on Amazon anytime I want it. But I do like Shea Moisture's hair color because it's a little bit cleaner ingredients and it's organic. So I use that as well. Again, guys, everything that I'm mentioning, I will have links in the description box. And anytime when I want to put a semi-permanent in my hair, I don't do it often. I do color my hair every time I get it retwisted. So when I go to the stylist, I do color it, and I do it myself. I don't have the stylist do it. I actually get up in the morning, I do it myself. I wash my hair really good or rinse it out really, 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 really well. Then I go to my hairstylist, and my hairstylist will wash my hair really well and then start to style it. So I do it myself. I just prefer to do it myself because I know what I'm doing, I guess. It's really not that difficult. And a little trick, if you all have a lot of hair, stop using the like little spouts to color your hair. You all are gonna take forever. I'm like, duh, how come I didn't do this sooner? I just unscrew the lid, the top, and I just glop it on my hair. Like, duh, how come I didn't think of this sooner? That's how I put hair color in my hair. I just bop, 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 and rub it really good, and I'm good to go. I don't even put it throughout my entire strand. I just kind of put it on the scalp because you guys, your girl, I got some grays. I grayed a little bit earlier, so I'm proud of them. I'm just not that proud of them yet to really rock it totally. But I do use a semi-permanent as well every blue moon, and I use a Beijing semi-permanent anytime I want to put that in my hair. I also like to put essential oils in my hair. So when I put the coconut oil in my hair, I like to put a little, sometimes frankincense. I like frankincense, and if I want my hair to have like a really fragrant smell, like peppermint, because peppermint essential oil is like my favorite. Again, I'll put the links in the description box below. I'll put a little drops of that and kind of just massage the scalp a little bit. Tea tree oil, essential oil is really good too for the scalp as well. Just kind of massage the scalp But yeah, so I use that and essential oil. So all of my products tend to kind of be a little bit, I like it to be as natural as possible. And that brings me to my next question. On average, how much do you spend on hair products per month? That's pretty easy, you all. I go months without having to buy anything because coconut oil is something that I always keep here at the house. My aloe vera, I use this in my hair every time I get it done. So I probably go through a bottle every 9 months, really. No, maybe every 6 months. Every 6 months, because since my hair is getting longer, I do find that I feel like they're using a little bit more, even though they're not putting it through the strand. So every 6 months, I probably buy a bottle. So that's $7 there. And then shampoo lasts you a long time. I purchased this bottle last Black Friday. So it's almost coming up on a year. I purchased this one too last Black Friday. And because I don't use this every single time I wash my hair, it really lasts a little bit longer. Yeah, and I use these products in my girls' hair as well too. So if I had to put a dollar amount on the amount that I spend on products for my hair, just products, not getting my hair retwisted, if I had to divide the total amount by 12 months, maybe $5, if that, honestly, maybe $5, if that, a month. Now, when I get my hair retwisted, every stylist is different. It ranges anywhere from like $75 to $125. It all just depends on the stylist that you go to and what they're doing to your hair. Now, when you get your locks initially done the first time, when I got my locks done, initially the first time I paid $150 to get it done. So I had to get it done. They come back, I think 2 weeks for him to check it, and they come back 2 weeks after that, the fourth week, and have them interlock it. And that was $150. So that was really it. So yeah, you guys, I think that's it. If you have any additional questions, I would not mind bringing a part 2 to you all at all. But other than that, I absolutely love my hair. I wish that I would have done it sooner. So if you're on the fence and you're wondering, should you do it? I say yes, go for it. Especially when my kids were much, much smaller, I wish that I would have done it because doing my hair would have been one last thing that I had to worry about. And so now I love it, you all. It takes me no time to get ready. I don't have to really do anything to my hair. Now, the way that I sleep, I didn't talk about that. I have a satin pillowcase on my pillow. So in case I don't have my headscarf on, if my hair touches the satin pillowcase, it's fine. But I do have a satin, not a bonnet, but they sell at the beauty supply, like head ties for locks. So it looks almost like a little bag. And your hair, I just take my hair like this, and I put it inside of like this little satin bag in a sense, and throw it back of me like this, and pull it up, and just wrap it, and then tie it in the back. And I go to sleep. That's it. That's it. My hair doesn't get in the way. Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love my hair. I don't think there's any other questions. Again, I have not had any real issues, no breakage or anything whatsoever. My hair doesn't smell or anything like that. So any of the misconceptions that maybe you thought about locks, you all, it's not true. It's really not true. So I just say go for it, do it. I absolutely love it. So let's get into some photos. I'm going to show you guys some of my photos in the very, very beginning when I first got them done. And if you guys have been following us on YouTube, you kind of watch the progression of my hair and how it's grown in the 4 years and how it looks and how it's just evolved in the 4 years that I've had my hair locked. Okay, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll be able to bring you other videos, other content like this, because you guys seem to enjoy it, and it's been my pleasure. All right, guys, talk to you later. Bye.